Welcome back to another doujinshi review from White Album 2. Now today it's not necessarily an art doujinshi, but rather an analysis type book. So let's go ahead and take a look. So on the cover you have very cute chibi versions of Setsuna and Kazusa. I love this art style. I love the painted type. I think it's a lot more rare when it comes to doujins. It's not like a clean line art type drawing, which is really cute. So the title here is This is the Report of That Woman, which I love because in the game, Haruki always uses language like that woman, she who will not be named, you know, that kind of language. So that's kind of a play on words there. The author here is M at 73 is the author. And this is like an analysis / interpretation of White Album 2, which is really neat. I love being able to read opinions that are so well thought out they can actually make a book out of it. And it's pretty thick. I mean, it's a pretty good interpretation. So let's take a look. And this one's actually read left to right, which is rare. So we have, yes, I wanted to make an analysis here. This author, she goes on to say that literary analysis, whether it's like classic novels or old psych books or even like erotic fiction, literary analysis is really important and can go really deep, which is awesome. I love this. I love that she decided to do it. She says she's going to psychoanalyze the characters a little bit. And thank you for checking it out. Thank you for reading. So the contents, it is broken up into two main points here. So the first main point is like, why the love triangle? What is going on with the love triangle between the three, Setsuna, Kazusa, and Haruki? And then the second part is kind of examining each relationship between the characters. So more individualized analysis. Now we do have some drawings in this book. Very cute, the very chibi-like version. This is not an erotic novel at all. It really just is a psychoanalysis of all the different characters. There will be spoilers for introductory chapter, closing, coda, every route. There's going to be spoilers because she really goes deep into depth about all of these. Now, she goes on to point out her number one here, her number one choice for Haruki. She goes ahead and says up front, Kazusa. She thinks those two were truly meant to be together. That is the best ending for White Album 2, and she's going to go ahead and explain why. She goes really, really deep into like the characters' histories, the characters' mannerisms. It's really good. It's a really good essay about the relationships between them and everyone's pasts and histories. She does go on to say, so why are Setsuna and Kazusa best friends? And then gives a whole analysis about that, which I also love, because I think examining the relationship between the girls is also extremely important when we're talking about White Album. And then it goes on to talk about Kazusa's mother and the relationship there and how possibly that would affect things. It's just, overall, it's a really, really well thought out analysis. So we move on. We have a little bit more art. It's so cute. It's such a cute little style. Really well done. So we move on. Then we have a little bit of a visual. So this visual is basically who is the most out of reach for each route. So in the beginning of the story introductory chapter, Haruki and Setsuna are kind of ground level, but then Kazusa is a little bit out of reach. She's a little bit detached compared to the others. In Setsuna's true ending here, it says that they're kind of all on the same page. Not that everybody's like super happy or this is the best ending, but nobody feels like they're too far away to reach, is her analysis. And then in Kazusa's true ending, Setsuna becomes out of reach. which is interesting because this is the ending that the author likes the most, and yet you could see it's still more unbalanced compared to Setsuna's. So interesting. I love it. I personally love reading different analysis of works of art because it makes you think about things you wouldn't have otherwise. So then we move on to the credits, different things, different citing sources, I should say, which is probably the best for that. And then we have a special thanks. So for the design of this book, probably the layout of the different arguments, we have Carmine. You can find them on Instagram, Clocknote. We have Nekono. Nekono was the illustrator of this book. So the cover, the back page, and the two middle illustrations. And then just, yeah, thank you so much for reading all of my opinions. Really appreciate it. And that is the end. And we have an adorable back page photo. I love this. I love this very much. I love convenience store Setsuna so much. They are adorable. And I love the painted style. I can't get over it. So yeah, absolutely beautiful. Very, very cool analysis. I recommend checking this out. This is not that old, actually. It doesn't list a year. But if I recall, yeah, it doesn't list a year. If I recall, this came out within the last 2 years, so at maximum 2019 that this was released. So thanks so much for joining me on this analysis / doujinshi review. Not really doujinshi, more of an analysis review of White Album 2. Look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, take care.